If you could, while I'm getting the questions, if you could post this link
Yes.
on Patreon, just waiting for it to load. You could. Oh, it's so blurry. Why is it so?
Is it because it's delayed? Like, it doesn't look blurry here.
Yeah. Okay, I'm changing it and then it should go. I feel like it's so blurry. Why is it so blurry? Can someone?
We need help.
Video
We need
settings.
tech help.
Original ratio, maybe. Webcam. Always display. Advanced. Whatever. I don't, it's just tough to be, but
Where's the link?
yeah,
Like to
here.
airdrop it to me?
No, if you could come here and
Oh,
scroll under. Wait, where is it? If you go to share and then put it on Patreon. Fuck.
don't worry, Michelle, I got your water.
Thank you.
It feels heavier than mine.
It does.
Yeah,
I think
it's
it
like
is.
solid.
Here, I'm using my iPad.
Chat.
If you can somehow get that here, get the link. Google our Patreon.
Oh, the Patreon have one here?
I don't know.
No, we don't want to put in the finger.
Hey guys,
We're almost there.
we're almost there.
All right, let's do this. Technology, guys. Wait, so how do I?
Is it not working?
No, it's on. I'm on Patreon, but where are the?
I need to open it in the YouTube app.
What am I missing?
You just have to press the YouTube app. You got it. You were good. We should have to lower that.
It's always like the first time, guys.
Always.
Okay. Someone loves our background. Thank you. We were trying something new. It's cute, right?
I'm gonna put us up on Zoom because we're delayed. So my hands look like ghost hands. We'll never figure out. This is a better representation. For us.
All right. Oh.
Have to be. Still getting your questions, guys.
Yeah, just hear you.
I probably don't have you on this.
No, okay. I'm like, I hear you, but not me. Hello, there we go. Beautiful.
Just gotta lower that. All right, hold on one sec.
Like a chipmunk.
I know, it did sound like.
It probably will be only you two, which is fine. It's Tuesday night. It's hard for people to
Yeah,
get here. We understand.
we do.
Yes, the lighting makes us very pale.
Very pale.
I'm looking at it like
This
wow.
this setup, I mean, besides our Gossip Girl, this will probably be the last setup in this house because I am moving. So it's emotional.
It
but
is.
Also, it's
but
time.
It's time, and
Look
it's
at this.
so exciting.
If you all saw what
You
we're
have-
this
you have no idea.
room is insane. I'm gonna take a picture before we break everything down.
Yeah.
And I'll post this on Instagram because this is ridiculous. Also, my phone is now over there, and hope you're on
It was
silent.
with the force.
oh, right. Good set from the phone
Right.
or the remote across the room. All right, the phone. I think it was. All right, I think we got everything.
All right.
Yeah, I think we got it. All right, you ready?
Who got you that Jughead?
Andrew. Andrew said Loot Crate. Do you know Loot Crate? Yeah. He got it and he was like, you like Riverdale, right? And I was like, I used to. He's like, oh, I have this memorabilia from there. I'm like, well, what do you actually have?
What
He's like, I
is
have Jughead. And I was like, oh, I like Jughead.
Jughead was the best character.
But I probably won't take that with me. I don't think we need Jughead in the new space.
No, he doesn't need to come.
He doesn't need to come, right?
We're over the Riverdale days, so
I know we have a couple of cute buttons that Nicole got us that I do love, like the Pops Diner.
yeah,
So cute.
so cute.
But as far as that, I probably won't take that.
No,
Let me get my phone to put on silent because you know
You do it.
someone will FaceTime. In
make
case
sure mine's on silent.
my sister. Okay. Ugh. All right.
It's weird because I can, like, the camera is so much closer than what I can actually see.
Oh, this space is ridiculous. And you look like you're sitting in dark because there's no light on you.
I know there's no light on you either.
Yet we're so pale.
We're so pale and white there. But
And you look further back. Do you
I
want to
know.
scoot up? Or is it because of your mic?
no, I think because of my mic, I have to
So
stay
this
here.
this is a work in progress. I'm just gonna take what we look like from here. Oh my God, I can't wait for a studio. I cannot
Same.
wait.
I mean, this is our studio.
No, it is. And this is the humble
But
beginnings.
exactly. But it's also your office and
Everything.
everything else is in here.
Yeah. All right.
All right, let's get started.
We're gonna get started, folks. I feel like I have coffee breath. All right, Liz, ready?
Yum.
Well, we are live broadcasting on YouTube for our Patreons tonight.
Woohoo!
Welcome back to Talkin Texas Forever, a Friday Night Lights podcast. I'm Michelle.
And I'm Liz.
And tonight we're discussing season 1, episode 12, What to Do While You're Waiting. Original air date, January 10th, 2007, written by Carrie Aaron and directed by David Boyd. Summary for this episode. This season centered around the Dillon Panthers and their new head coach, Eric Taylor, as they dealt with the pressure of high school football in Texas and the distractions that come on and off the field, which is the summary for every single episode. Thank you, FNL WIKI.
That was it?
That was it.
Yeah, it was
But
every episode.
pretty much I think what they're getting at as we are very closely looking at the fact, will Buckley win against Arnett Meade? The playoffs are coming. This is what we've been waiting for, and then essentially hopefully get to state. But the 4 words I gave you for this episode was served, ego, expectation, and choice, which served you and Tish last week nailed.
Yeah.
And ego too.
Ego as well. Tish and I were chatting in the Discord. She's like, Liz, we did good. Oh, yes, we did good.
You did though.
We did very well with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's start with ego.
Ugh.
Which, as we said,
really not a good look, dude.
has
Not
to
a good look.
do it. Smash. So everyone, including Smash, like I said, is obsessed with Friday night's game because it's Buckley versus Arnett Meade. So if Buckley wins, that means the Panthers will go to the playoffs. Right. So this is very tense. Like nobody usually roots for Buckley, but they're like, they have to win. Arnett needs to lose so we can go. So Smash and Waverly, they're hanging out at the diner and she's seeing where his head is at because obviously he's very obsessed with talking about the game and
himself,
and she feels very ignored and she wonders if there's any life outside of football that he has. She gets up to leave and
because wouldn't you?
Yes.
You like you're inviting me to sit with you, but wouldn't you want to, like, I don't know, hear what I have to say or what I like and what my interests are? You're just talking about football. I mean, this team, the whole town, everyone talks about football. So besides Tyra and like Julie, maybe sometimes everyone's like, oh, but football.
But especially this week, I mean, this is what they've been working for.
I get that too.
And towards, I see how her frustration is coming through, but I also, this 1 week for him to be so obsessed, but he goes over the limit because he's so self-absorbed.
Yes, it's not just football absorbed. It's I'm smash in the third person, not attractive.
Right. And she calls him out on this because he's like, how dare you walk out on the smash? Rule number 1.
Like, squeeze me? Don't disrespect me. Don't talk to me that way.
And she wants to know, do you have any other interests? And because he starts to spiral, he says, oh yeah, I have tons of interests. I hang out with Julie and Matt all the time. And why don't you double date with us so you can come to the Women's Booster League Rodeo Fundraiser and Fair.
Oh my God, that name.
It's a mouthful.
It's a whole mouthful.
And then she says, we'll give the hashtag the Waver Lash.
Not cute.
You don't like it? I like it. I like it. What would you call them?
I mean, his name is Brian. I mean, I guess we know his name is Smash, right? That's his nickname.
Yeah.
Wave Flash. Yeah. I mean, I guess that makes sense.
I like that she can banter with him.
She definitely can.
She comes back. Oh, here's the third person again. The Waverly isn't going to stand for it. We'll give the Waver Lash. It's funny.
It's cute. And I feel like if I was in high school and a boy that I had some interest acted like this, I feel like I wouldn't be as not strong is not the right word, but she's quick.
Yeah.
I would not have been quick. I've been like, oh, haha, okay, I'm gonna walk away. You're talking about yourself in the third person, not like, oh,
Right.
excuse me, who do you think you are?
Right. Am I off too much?
Oh no. Do you want to move in a little?
Yeah.
Do you want me to move?
I'm gonna move in a tiny.
Yeah, so a little BTS for those that are live with us now. See, we have a green screen. We're on Panther Field. It's awesome. But we're still trying to figure out this whole green screen, getting us in the middle of the frame. It's been a work in progress.
The spacing of it. Ugh. Watch if I disappear.
Yes, you guys let us know if Michelle just disappears.
All right. I have to like lean this way and talk to you this way.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're good.
It is what it is.
How'd you die?
Yeah. Okay. Well, Smash does really like Waverly. He's just not used to being treated this way.
Do you think he actually likes her?
I do.
Or the fact that she's not like other girls and just appeases him and goes along with his banter? You know how it's always like, oh, the one that's different is the one that I like. It's quintessential classic teen television.
Yes.
She's different. Therefore that means I have to like her because she's not like the other girls. But I also think she's adorable. So
yeah, of course. And they've known each other.
Yes, they have. And she had a glow up apparently.
And they had a connection when they were younger, I think. And then to have the connection with the church as well, and the families know each other. I think he actually does really like her because he's fighting her, like you said.
Yes.
And I think there is a vibe there. There is an attraction there.
There's definitely a vibe on both parties.
There is.
It's not like it's just one-sided. He's trying to pursue her and she's not interested.
Right.
She does have an interest in him, but she just wishes he would have more of an interest in her. Like with what I like to do.
Right. So they go on this double date and Matt tries to give advice to him. Like, maybe you should try listening to her and talking to her and not trying to make her fall for you because of who you are. And at the same time, Julie, she's also trying to convince Waverly that
good.
They hang out with Smash all the time. They go to Italian cinema. I mean,
I feel like Wave and Julie definitely could be friends.
For sure.
Because they seem to have similar interest.
Yeah.
Poor Julie, she's stuck in the middle. Like, I'll help out Matt and Smash.
Right.
But she's like, girl to girl, like, I don't need to lie to you. And we really knew she was.
Oh, she caught on because she catches Smash in a lie. Smash is preoccupied at the rodeo with an arm wrestling contest. And so she starts asking him about a concert they attended at UT. He has no idea what she's talking about. He blows her off to take part in this arm wrestling contest. After he wins the arm wrestling contest, he looks around and notices she's gone. She didn't wait around to see him win this victory.
She does not care.
No, boy, bye.
Yeah. If you don't want to have interest besides this, then I'm going to go.
Right. So the next day, Smash goes and he apologizes to Waverly, which I feel was very genuine.
Yeah.
He admits he likes himself. Very much so. And he loves football. And he loves attention. And he loves the crowds. And he loves everything that has to do with it. That's just the way that God made him. And he also really likes her.
Yeah.
But if this is going to work out, you have to accept this is who I am. So what do you think? Do you think they're going to continue seeing each other?
She left it open-ended.
She did.
She's like, okay, I'll see you around, Smash. So she calls him Smash, like, okay, I'll play your little game with that. I think she'll just see where it goes. I don't think she's putting like too much weight in it, because as I can tell, she's still got some secrets about to come out about her. And I was joking, I was like, this is gonna be One Tree Hill with Jake Jagowski, and we're gonna pan over and there's gonna be a baby right there. Sorry if I scrolled that. I mean, that's like 20 plus years later, but
come on,
maybe.
Yeah. Okay. I know we left that open. We know something's happening there. We haven't gone back to it yet.
I almost felt like we could have at the end of this episode, because we see her watching him walk away.
Right.
And she's like smiling, like smirking, like, oh, Smash. I'm like, what? Are we gonna like turn around? There's gonna be something there. We're gonna figure something out. I'm waiting, guys.
So it's a slow build.
Yes, it better be worth it.
Yeah.
Is it worth it? Do you think it's worth it?
if I remember correctly, yeah. But what comes with it, because we still have to see the reveal of Smash using steroids, and that is coming, and that to me takes over this situation.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah. All right, so let's move it over to Served. This has to do with the Streets.
Heartbreaking.
And Coach. The Streets filed a lawsuit against Coach Taylor as he's getting out of his car one day with Tammy. They're pulling into the driveway, and they're both in complete shock. And as the guy hands them the envelope, he's like, "You're served. But by the way, what do you think about Friday's game? Do you think Buckley's going to win? Do you think Arnett?" Wow,
Eric's like, I can't even talk. I can't even speak.
Coach takes it better than Tammy. He says this is not personal.
At first he does.
Right. But he says that this is probably what the lawyers told them to do. This makes sense.
Yeah.
Jason is getting the cold shoulder by
a lot of people.
Seems like everyone in Dillon.
Besides Lila.
Well, besides Lila, right. But he wheels himself to the convenience store to talk to Clint. Clint doesn't want to be bothered and talk with him. And then Jason realizes, oh shit, my parents served Coach, and he finds this out from the paper. So then Jason wheels angrily.
He was like one-handed, like hitting the motherfucking down there. Like he was sweating. He was pissed.
Yeah.
I loved it. It was so good.
And he tells his parents and says to his parents, "How dare you? How could you do this? I'm the crippled kid, and now we're taking on the Panthers. You do not go against the Panthers."
Everyone knows that. This is the whole town.
The whole town
loves the Panthers. Football is life.
Yeah, football is life.
Football is life.
But his parents explain, like, this is what we had to do. I love you. I don't know what else to do. We have all these bills, and the coach should have done tackling drills with you.
I totally agree.
It's heartbreaking.
I agree on both sides.
I know, because
it's a shitty situation.
You want to think of the parents as shitty, but they're not.
They're far from shitty. They're actually being really good parents.
They are. So Eric goes to see Mitch at his place of work. And I love this scene because it's very tense, but he's whispering.
Yes, he is like stern.
He is, but you can tell he's like,
he doesn't want to make a scene.
He doesn't want to make a scene. It's his place of work. And he's like, I know this didn't come from you. I know this wasn't Mitch and Joy. It couldn't be. Like, I've been with you guys for so long. Is this worth it? Do you really want to go against the school? Do you really want to put this to your life? And Mitch is like, I don't have a choice. How about you deal with your kid being handicapped, losing their legs, and then you tell me how you
can't
deal.
Even say anything to that. He's like, you're right. How can I back my argument?
Yeah.
There is none at that point.
Yeah. Kim wants to know, how do you guys feel about Jason's family going through with the lawsuit? Do you agree with how the town is reacting?
Well, how else are they going to react? They're not going to understand until Coach says, like, they had to do this. I'm not okay with it, but like, I understand why they did that. So y'all need to like just give them a break.
Yeah.
But I mean, we just said we understand both sides. Like, I understand why they did what they had to do. It's really expensive to have a kid that has medical needs.
Yes.
I mean, there's only so much insurance can pay for. And the dad's saying, well, we had to put up ramps places. Like, there's a lot that goes with it. So they need this money.
Yeah. And Mitch said, I don't want to sue anyone. I don't want to be the enemy here. Vic wants to know, what do you think is a good way to raise a lot of money? Because they've had fundraisers, right? We had the pancake breakfast, and we can have these church dinners, and you can, even with Smash's church community, they donated for him for SAT prep.
I don't know how
for the amount
you need a significant amount of money. I don't know if there's like grants or something like that they can apply for,
right?
Or like some sort of discount, like a medical.
Even that, right?
Yeah, like something.
Yeah.
And then Lila was saying, she's like, well, the whole town would help you. And Jason's like, well, how many times are they going to help the crippled boy? Like, one time they'll donate, and then the next time it's like, well, why am I continuing to donate? Like, it's going to get to be on. Exactly. So the town necessarily, I don't know if there's something they could do to get together and raise money somehow. I think it's bigger than the town.
I do too.
I don't know what would be.
Yeah. Do you think Lila is going to continue sticking by Jason during the lawsuit? Because as Jason said, you don't go against the Dillon Panthers. And Jason and Lila seem to be moving towards getting back together.
I mean, at this point, I think they're back together. I know they haven't said it, but it's like right there.
Right. So Jess asked that question. Do you think she'll continue sticking by him?
I do.
Yeah, me too.
I really do. I think, fool me once, it's on, was it fool me once, it's on me, fool me twice, it's on you. No, fool me once, it's on you, fool me twice, it's on me.
Yeah.
So she's not going to do anything stupid, at least yet. Right. If anything, maybe this would be a conflict of interest with her and her dad, right? Because Buddy is obsessed, like, guys, praying that they go to state. Like, I was laughing. I'm like, there are bigger things in the world that we should be praying for, Buddy. But like, so much so he's obsessed that he's praying for them to go to state. So the fact that his daughter is going to be on the opposing side, sitting next to her boyfriend, it's not going to go well.
Right. And Jason, who was Panthers QB1,
he doesn't want to be there either.
Right. Yeah.
He's not going to want to sit on the side of, opposing his coach and his team and the school. He's not going to want to. Oh my God, I can't even imagine.
Vic also wants to know, do you like Jason and Lila together this time around?
It's better.
It is, right?
It's not my favorite. I also just don't want her to be with Tim. I'm like very firm on that. I'm like, Tim is mine. Michelle and I will share him. Okay. There's something, and it's not even like I want Tim to be with, I just want Tim to be single.
So we can secretly date Tim in our minds.
Exactly. We're dating him in our minds and our dreams.
So woon.
Yeah, we're so guys, we were talking off mic how out of all the shows that we've podcasted about, all of these gorgeous people that we've come across, and we've had
they're all gorgeous,
many crushes on many people, but this takes the cake. I do not understand why we are not attracted to this type of grungy Kurt Cobain look, but it's something about that vibe of Kurt Cobain that you're like, yes, please.
I know. I was saying this because we were going over, okay, Nathan and Lucas, like Julian, Seth and Ryan, no one on Gossip Girl.
Nobody on Gossip
Girl.
Just
a woman I fawn over.
Kelly Rutherford. I'm like, yes, please.
Leighton Meester. Like live, all of them. But then you have in this show. Thank you. Welcome to Seeing. I have been saying this for years.
I've arrived.
He's smirked, which we'll get to.
He's smirked.
But him in that quintessential 2007's jacket, and you're just with the hair that has not been washed in probably days.
In years.
It smells. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. He can just smile. Oh my gosh.
It's those mysterious ones that it's Tim Riggins. As I said, I have arrived. I didn't know where I was going until today. Back to Jason, Lila.
It's better a second time.
Better a second time around.
Yeah.
Are they like my OTP? Hell no. But if Jason can forgive her, like I said, then I'll forgive her for now.
So, like we said, we do have this rodeo going on. Lila and Jason decide to go together. And it's kind of Jason's debut. We saw him go to the Panthers game, episodes ago.
Yeah.
And now he's here. It's the first time he's making an appearance at a Dillon event since this came out that his parents are suing Coach. So it's super tense. And we have this emotional stare down. It looks like ill between Coach and Jason.
I really wanted Coach to just go over and be, I know he could. And he also, I feel he might have, but Jason kind of was like, all right, you're not going to give me anything. And
I think it wasn't the time. It wasn't the time because the next day, Jason, it's Coach and Jason's name. Jason goes to the football field and tells him that the lawsuit wasn't his idea.
He knew.
It was out of his hands. He will always be his coach, and they shake hands. So we had that moment.
We did. And I'm glad that it was in private and they were able to have a conversation. I mean, if we call it that, because coach didn't say anything back. I mean, maybe after the credits rolled, he did say something, but
yeah,
it was nice to they needed that moment because coach is basically a pseudo father figure in his life. And he's been with him for a long time. And he just is like, I need you just to know. And coach knew. He's like, I know that you didn't do it on purpose.
He gets it.
You have to do what you have to do.
Yeah. So coach said he didn't take it personal, but do you think as the episode went on, he was starting to take it personal?
Yeah, I think so. In the beginning, he was really like level-headed with Tammy, and then as the episode progressed, Tammy was trying to support him, and he was just starting to like slowly feel like, this is not going in my favor. I feel like betrayed a little bit.
And also the big, are we going to the playoffs?
Right. So that stress is on him. And then he's like got his daughter like throwing like, can we take care of Matt Saracen? He's like, just one thing at a time. Matt will be fine.
Right. So expectation had to do with Matt's dad, Henry, and Matt handling everything. Henry decides that he's not going back to Iraq.
Did not see that coming whatsoever.
But instead, he's going to stay with Matt and his grandma in an attempt to help his dad. Matt goes to see Buddy, which I highly enjoyed in this episode. Yeah. Buddy Garrity is the comic relief. And asks him if his dad can have a job or if he knows of any prospects. And Buddy's like, you're my QB. You send your daddy right in here.
Stay here. You're not going anywhere.
I will give your dad a job. So even though he gets this job, it has been 2 weeks since Henry's been there. So here's a reference of time, not at the job, but Henry's been
home for 2 weeks.
But things aren't easier.
No.
Matt is still seeming to take care of everything. It leads him to forgetting his time with Julie at the library. She shows up a little pissed, but once she sees what's happening, Matt needs to make dinner. He's trying to make tea for his grandma. His grandma's not allowed to use the stove, so Matt's trying to handle everything. She puts her feelings aside. She helps out and takes care of everything that's going on.
Yeah, she's like, you cook, I'll make grandma tea.
We got this.
We're a pair. And then I was telling Michelle off my god, it's like, they're so cute because then Matt's like doing something in the kitchen and Julie's doing something. And he's like, by the way, we're going to go Saturday night to see Smash and Waverly. And we're just pretend that we're friends with him. And I just like, it was like they were like an old married couple. It was really sweet. And just adorable. And I like that Julie was like, I gotta give you a break because I can see that my feelings, they need to go on the back burner now because this is more important. Like you could barely get it together.
Yeah.
And this is every day.
Yeah.
And the dad being home doesn't even help.
It doesn't. He's having a very hard time adjusting to this expectation of father life. Yeah. He's been used to serving in the army for 20 years. He's a soldier. That's what he's used to doing. So having to work a job, at Buddy Garrity Motors and take care of his mother.
And a salesman is like not something you just like you get thrown into. I mean, I guess it could be, but that's not for anyone.
No.
It takes a very certain type of person to be a salesman.
Yeah. After Julie helps out with Matt and his grandma, she goes home and this is a great scene. She tells her parents, I love you. You're the best parents ever.
I love this so much.
Coach just smiles and thinks it's so sweet. And Tammy says, no, honey, something is terrible. Something must have happened. And Coach is just like, what?
It's like so oblivious. And I'm like, Tammy, like a woman's intuition.
Mother
she's like
knowing
something is wrong with our child.
Honey, no.
I love that.
So good.
It was very clever.
And so Julie explains everything that what Matt has to do every single day. She wishes there was something she could do that he could have a break. And like you said, Coach said, nothing's gonna squash him. He's like a stink bug.
He's a stink bug. They're never gonna get him. But it's like, well, this kid needs help.
Yeah. And Tammy recognized, she's like, there might be something I can do. This is a lot for a 16-year-old.
It's way too much.
So Julie brings Matt some frozen meals that Tammy prepared, and Matt shares that he knows his dad is putting a lot of effort in and he can't get mad about it. Talk about this extremely mature scene between these two.
I shouldn't have been blown away because this is just a trait that Matt has where he's so mature and level-headed beyond his years because he's had to be.
Right.
And just saying that to Julie, like, I can't get mad. Like, and she's like, you can though. Please scream, get angry. He's like, I get it.
And even Julie is so mature in this scene too.
She just kisses him like, I'm there for you.
I'm here for you.
So sweet.
I hear you.
Oh,
These two.
they're very adorable. And before, I wasn't shipping it, but now the more I see them together, I'm like, this is just very sweet and genuine.
Yeah. So Matt goes to talk to his dad about him working and understand that I appreciate what you're trying to do here and I appreciate you choosing to stay, but I understand you're not happy here. And you really should go and do what you were meant to do and be a soldier. Jess wants to know, Matt's dad seems to be going back to Iraq. What will happen to Matt and his grandma?
I feel like Matt's going to be living with the Taylors.
But what about grandma? I know what's going on with grandma?
While it would be really hard and devastating on a family, I think grandma needs help beyond what Matt can obviously give her at this point. And Henry has done truly, he's trying to help. He's trying to figure out, sorting out her medical needs and what insurance does she carry, and like doesn't know how to help her. He knows how to help her like on paper, but doesn't know how to actually help her physically, where Matt does. Like that scene where like he walks in after being home after working, and he walks into the kitchen and Matt turns around, looks at grandma, and grandma looks at him, and he smiles at her like, it's okay. It just, he knows how to manipulate grandma. And I'm so sad. He's like, Dad, she's getting better. I'm like, oh honey, no, she's not. She needs more help than you can provide for her. So I predict, not that I really want to see it happen, but I predict maybe they'll set her up in some sort of like assisted living, and he can at least go visit her all the time. But I think he's gonna live with the Taylors. This is gonna be some sort of like growing pains.
You really feel this? You've been saying
this school special or something.
Okay. All right.
I'm feeling it. I don't know.
All right.
Because where else is he gonna go? And that's what I know we'll get to Tyra, but I'm like, where else is she gonna go? Where are these kids gonna go? Coaching the guidance counselor. Come on in. We could be one big happy family.
So last part I want to discuss is choice. This had to deal with Angela, who is Tyra's mom, who we get to meet, and the decision she's going to make with her abusive boyfriend. So we finally get a peek into Tyra's home life. This is what I was so excited for.
Yeah,
not that this is great, but then we get some more of Tyra.
No, we get her character development and why she is the way she is.
Yeah. So we open up to her getting ready for school, and Bob,
he will be a Bob
boyfriend, is just sitting there with his cup of coffee, making inappropriate comments about Tyra and how she looks with her low-rise jeans.
Yeah, that's
staring
really disgusting
at her.
And I was like, is this the father or stepfather? Michelle's like, boyfriend.
It's boyfriend. And he's also holding up his cup like,
honey,
serve me some coffee. Ew. But we also see that Tyra loves her mom so much. She hugs and kisses her before she leaves for school. Love you, Mom. And Bob is just absolutely
trash. White ass trash.
Toxic.
On the bottom of the barrel.
Right. So then we see how Angela and Bob relationship is. They have a lot of fights, and he's very abusive.
Daily, apparently.
And he goes to hit her, which is not the first time. And Tyra, I think, pops and freaks
out.
out.
I loved this so
much.
Had
tears.
Oh, me too. I was when all was said and done and he like left, I started to cry.
I don't know what she grabbed. It was such a quick scene.
It was like the fire, what is that? Oh my god, the chimney.
Like a poker?
Yeah, like a poker, I think.
And she
was like, motherfucker, no.
Screaming and about to beat him, and then
he's scared.
He is. And she gets in his face like, do it, hit me. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? It was such an intense scene, and it was such good acting.
It was great, but I hated it.
Oh, I know. But it was so good to defend her mom like that. And Angela is the next day, she's so upset. She's in bed, she's self-medicating.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't want to be alone. And Tyra's like, you're not alone, Mom.
You have me, basically. And Mom like doesn't really say anything back to that. Yeah. Which is so sad.
Yeah. But they do go to the rodeo together. It seems like they're having fun. They won that like giant stuffed animal. Yeah. But then Bob shows up. And it seems like she's gonna take him back. And Tyra says, Mom, I love you, but you are so stupid when it comes to men. You're a loser. She uses that word, loser, when it comes to men, which I loved that.
Yeah, and she says, you're the best mom.
Yeah, you're a damn good mom.
Like, you're a great mom, but you're stupid when it comes to men.
Yeah. And says, if you take him back, I'm moving out. So you can choose.
Yeah.
Also, I have to say, while we see images of Angela and Tyra at the rodeo, Tim is noticing. We see some glimpses of Tim.
What is happening?
He's just observing. As you said, you like an observing Tim.
I like an observing Tim. Take it all in. And then he came to terms with how he felt. And he saw a very upset Tyra. And he's like, I'm sorry about my shittiness towards you, and you shouldn't have to deal with that. I'm sorry that your mom is going through that. I'm sorry you're going through that. It was a wonderful Tim Riggins scene.
It was really genuine. And
it was so genuine.
He asks if there's any part of you that will take me back. It will be so different.
I was like, wait, Tim, why are you saying this? I think I was surprised that he said that. I don't know why. Why was I surprised, Alyssa? Why were you surprised?
You were really surprised.
I was really surprised. I was like, wow, Tim, whoa. And then I was like, well, I think he realizes Tyra's hot shit. And he's like, damn it, I really messed that up. Yeah. I didn't treat her well. At least he apologized and recognized that. And I think this whole Lila, hurting my best friend, whole fiasco, and then his brother, just everything, all the stresses in his life now, he's finally like, I'm ready to be mature and not mature, but like take a step and apologize for the things I did. So when Tyra said, I wish I could, but I'm not going to, I was like, hell yes.
And also she'd be like, I'd be a hypocrite.
I don't want to see my mom I don't want to make the same mistakes my mom has done.
Yes, queen. Yes, queen.
I was like, I want so much for you. I want so much for Tim. I want you guys to just grow and be mature.
Maybe one day. Yeah,
down the line, if you've both, matured into really healthy people who can hold a healthy relationship, then hey, I'm all here for it.
So Jess asked, do you think they may still get back together at some point, or has that ship sailed?
I don't know about that. I don't know. It's so hard for me to make like relationship predictions in this show so far because I can see it really going any way. I mean, we're in the very first season. We're with very young people, 15, 16, 17 years old. Like anything could happen in the next 5 seasons. Mm-hmm. So it's really hard for me to make relationship predictions. I feel like maybe, and I'm just going to throw it out there when we get to like season 5 and the finale, you guys are going to be laughing at me, but like maybe Sailor, maybe their end game. I don't know. But the other couples I really struggle with because I feel like it could go either way. And I know it's a little teaser, but in next week's picture, it's Tyra and Jason sitting together. I think.
Yes.
So I know we're going to get more of that. And not that I'm shipping them in a relationship.
I'll say this so you don't harp on it.
Yeah. It's like a brief. I'm not harping on it.
There's nothing to even
think I feel like it could go either way. Like Tyra and Jason, not Tyra and Jason. Lila and Jason might not work in the long run. Maybe that's just their lives are going to go in different paths, and maybe others will come together. So we'll see. I don't like or dislike Tyra and Tim being together. I just was surprised to be like, can I get a second chance now?
And it was genuine.
It was genuine. He said, I'm gonna try. It would be so different. It would be so different.
And even as he says it, he says, sorry. Yeah. I shouldn't have said that.
I can't.
I had to get this out. But also, Vic wants to know, do you sense when something is wrong with friends?
Yes. Yeah. I find myself to be pretty intuitive to the people around me. Like, yeah, I definitely think that I can tell.
Yeah. Same here. Yeah, and I usually will say what's wrong.
And we also both were like, this is what happened to me today.
Right. I'm a very open book. Like if you are in my inner circle, you know
already.
I am vomit at the mouth. Yeah. I will tell you whether you like it or not.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so the next day, Tyra is seen packing.
Oh, and she's crying.
But her mom tells her, No, of course I didn't choose Bob. I chose you, which I love so
Also
much.
cried over here.
I know. Jess wants to know, do you think the mom will stay away from her abusive boyfriend as promised?
I really hope so. Are we going to do that path that we have done on television where, going back to the OC, like you see the pattern of this parent and the parent is like, it's never going to happen again.
Like
But then-
Dawn Atwood?
Exactly. And then later on, it's like, it happened again and it
Yeah.
keeps happening. And then the kid gets at their wit's end. And it's like, well, if a parent that doesn't want to help themselves, so how do you function and be a good child when they're not really necessarily being a great parent and in a good environment? And she's seeing like, I don't want to be in this environment anymore. Like, I want to get out. I want to get up and out of here.
Yeah.
So I could see it going either way. While I would hope that she won't continue with this pattern, she might. I think she might, the mom.
Tish wants to know, what do you think of Angela?
Well, she seems like a nice lady.
She does, right?
I can't really make much judgment other than she allows her partner to beat her. So not that, she's not strong enough to say, I'm better than this. Her kid tells her that and she hears her. And I think, yes, she probably is a great mom.
So going off of that, what do you think the message is? Will asks, what are we supposed to learn about Tyra and her mom with her backstory?
Right.
What is the message? I mean, we see.
I think it's like, don't get like a child not wanting to follow the patterns of their
Yes.
parental.
Right. Like you're learning from it.
Yeah, like
Hopefully.
I'm gonna learn from this,
Right.
and we're gonna watch her learn from it, and she's gonna be better off because she's learned from it. So in the long run, while it's a really shitty situation, and I hope Angela doesn't allow this to continue for her, Tyra will be thank you for teaching me a lesson
Right.
in some weird.
And you
messed
hope
up
she
way.
doesn't fall in the footsteps because this is what I'm used to seeing.
Yeah,
But it seems that Tyra's trying to break out of that.
she already has.
She has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know who she was before this. Obviously dating Tim, and her and Tim's relationship, if you could even call it a relationship, was like he didn't treat her the best, and she allowed that, and now she's like, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm standing up for myself. Mom, I hope you do the same.
Right. Let's
Like,
do it
learn-
together.
Yeah, let's do it. Like maybe I could be your role model. And then her mom will be like, you know what, Tyra, you actually made me feel like I was important and I'm
Yeah.
worth it.
Right.
So maybe that's the lesson.
Other things to point out. The Panthers are going to the playoffs.
Yes, they are.
We get that announcement
Obviously.
during the rodeo. Yeah, like obviously. And also we have the scene in the end. Buddy is in church. He's thanking the good Lord. The fact that the Panthers are going to the playoffs.
I mean, like crying. He was
And-
like, I'm so happy. Thank you so
and
much, Lord
also-
Jesus.
If it's in your power, can we go to state?
Please. I won't ask for anything else.
What did you
Oh
think
my
of
God.
Buddy giving the American flag pin to Henry to wear?
The fact that he has just an American flag pin lying in his desk,
Right. So is
Is
he
weird.
using that on other people?
probably, most definitely.
Oh,
Yeah.
Buddy.
He is that. He's a car salesman. I mean, he's the owner of the dealership, so he's got to be like the cream of the creme de
Oh,
la
yeah.
creme of like bullshit.
Yeah.
And so he's like, whatever sells. However, that you got to wear the pin to say that you have, served this country. Let people just believe that, and that's you sell yourself.
And then, but he also says, you did serve this country for 20 years. You should be
get
proud of that.
recognized for that.
You're the backbone of this country.
He just, again, he's
The way he
perfect-
words
he's
it.
a salesman. He knows exactly how to sell Henry on, you should do it this way.
And also, it's never a bad day for 5.9% of financing.
He's like, they just weren't financially ready. He's like, what? They're always ready.
I love it. Tish, she says a lot of podcasts rename the episodes. So if this wasn't named What to Do While You're Waiting, what would you ladies name it?
They do a lot of our rewatch celebrity podcasts rename the episodes
Mhm.
because they don't really talk about the episode at hand. They just talk about what has resonated with them.
Right.
And when you're waiting.
What to do while you're waiting is the title of this episode.
Yeah, I didn't really understand that until I guess the waiting of being served and are they gonna go to state, the playoffs. So I guess that makes sense. This would be called.
I never really thought of that. Like naming episodes, what would I name certain episodes? I don't know. This is the mouthful though.
This is a mouthful. It's like it's a long sentence to have as a title. You got served.
Good. But that like gives it away, right? But I like you got served. I'm trying to be more creative with it.
I gotta go clean my trumpet. Or she was like,
her trumpet.
Trumpet's not gonna clean itself.
Yeah. She also wants to know, why do you think in a show that's all about football, they decided to have football sort of be in the background?
Yeah, I think because then we would be watching something on ESPN or, like a documentary. It's essentially a documentary style of these kids that play on a football team. So you need to have the heart in there to build these characters and have the audience be interested to know them and also to watch the football. Like, oh, and then, it's even better if they win, and you feel like really shitty if they lose. Like, you feel for these characters. So the element of the sport is like a character in itself on the show, but we don't need it
right
in every episode. Like, it's just something that's always there, but we don't need to like focus on it.
Right. It's always the event that's
it's always
going to be the main.
It's like in the OC, like parties all the time, or Gossip Girl, parties all the time. Like the party in this is football. Like anything, we go to football games, everything's surrounded by football. So
yeah,
you just need those characters.
Right.
And I love them so far.
Aren't they great?
Every single one of them. Maybe not Lila, but every single one.
Even Lila, she's doing okay. She was okay this episode.
She was fine. She didn't have much to say, but she was very supportive. So I'll give her that.
We have to give her that. She's very supportive.
Yes.
Music in this episode, we had Jake Owen, Iron and Wine, Walter Hyatt, and Tony Price. What was your favorite quote?
Let me get my notebook.
Okay.
I got a trumpet that needs polishing. I loved that. And those are just people. You were my quarterback.
That's my favorite quote.
Buddy.
And also,
they're people. You're my quarterback.
Hey, do you hunt?
That's like, gotta go, sir.
Buddy's just so excited to have the quarterback's dad working for him, and also for Matt to come to him.
Yeah, he was really happy. He felt like, oh my God has.
And also so glad we don't want you going away, because Matt explains, if my dad doesn't get a job, I'll have to go with my aunt in Oklahoma. Buddy's like, we don't want that.
We can't have Matt leave.
How about, let's go over to Coach's Corner. What was your favorite moment?
I mean, I guess this is the only true like Coach's moment it's every moment with Jason. Every time he has that moment with Jason, it's like, that's Coach's Corner, right?
Yeah, true.
He didn't say anything. He didn't need to say anything. He just understood what Jason was saying. But I did enjoy, I just like when he's funny too, like him just smiling when Julie was like, love you guys. He's like, he's just a funny dude.
Right. My favorite, I'm gonna give it to Mrs. Coach this week.
Mrs. Coach.
Her saying she's gonna help
Matt,
and she gives those frozen meals and also says, honey, something terrible happened.
I fully 100% agree.
I love blah 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 blah.
I love Tammy. She is like probably one of like, out of all the shows that we watch, probably one of my favorite characters ever so far. She's so good. That would be a really fun bonus episode if we were to like just talk about like all of our shows combined and like what characters we love the most and which one we definitely hated the most.
Ooh, a mashup episode.
Would be fun. Maybe for like summer programming.
We will do that over summer programming.
Yeah.
I'll write that down.
We'll write that down.
I love it. All right, let's go into MVP and shittiest.
I got it.
Do you have your MVP?
Sure do.
All right, here we go.
Yep.
3, 2, 1, Tyra. Yes, we had votes for Julie for being supportive girlfriend, and we had it also for Tyra as well, but it was between Tyra and Julie this episode.
I mean, you guys know why Tyra. Like, I was in awe of her in the whole episode. I thought she acted the shit out of this episode.
Oh my gosh.
She was phenomenal. And she is not letting anyone step on her anymore.
She's not one-dimensional.
She's not at all. She's not. And even in the first episode, you meet her and you think it could go that way where, she's just a girl that likes to have a good time with Tim and doesn't really care all that much about football. But no, she's got way more depth than like most of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So go Tyra.
Go Tyra. Do you have your shittiest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
we had a mashup.
Yeah.
All right. You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1,
Bob.
smash. Yeah.
So
Bob. Yeah.
We had votes for Bob. We had votes for Smash. Kim made me laugh. She starts off with Buddy for that prayer. No, just kidding.
Yes.
Bob. Will, he voted for Angela.
Mm-hmm.
And he said her final choice may have been a good one, but I was put into the situation with an abusive stepdad in high school. And in these cases, there's always a point where you lose sight of your children's needs over your own romantic ones.
Absolutely.
It's best not to get to that point. If she turns it around next episode, she might as well be MVP. I can't 100% blame here. Abuse is a cycle, but she needs to be strong enough to get out of it for Tyra in the future. So, Will, thank you for sharing that.
Beautiful, Will.
Story.
And so well said.
Now, part of your life that you went through an abusive stepdad. Yeah.
I mean, totally Bob, because what a shithead.
But also Angela.
I totally got the Angela. I picked Smash just because I didn't like his cocky attitude, but like
we had votes for Smash.
I totally understand why he is the way he is too.
Right. And then his owning it in the end of I know I'm self-absorbed. I know I'm the Smash baby.
Yeah,
does that make it better? At least he apologized. He genuinely did.
He did. But also like that's me, take it or leave it.
Right. And don't we all kind of want to be like that?
We all kind of want to be like that. Absolutely. Yeah. So a little bit like your cocky attitude, but it's like, well, I know my self-worth. So if you want to be with me, you can be with me.
As I always say, I know who I am.
Yeah.
I know I'm not going camping.
Exactly. Why would I even pretend like I'm going to go camping?
I know who I am. I say this all the time with certain things. I know who I am.
In the chat, we had Tyra for MVP and Bob for shittiest.
Yeah.
All around.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Thank you. All right, let's go into a booster of the week list. Who are we supported by?
We are supported by
Will.
Will was our guest on Free Gossip Girls podcast this week. When I tell you it was an excellent conversation, if you haven't listened, you should definitely check it out.
Not to brag
or anything. But we just want to say thank you, Will. And we loved that you added your personal story today. That meant so much to us. And I'm sure the listeners love to hear that point as well. And you are one of a kind. We love to hear from you. We love your treats. And we thank you for all that you do for our network.
Yeah.
Love you, Will.
Thank you, Will.
Will.
Yeah. So usually at this part of the
part
of the show, we beg you for Apple Podcast review, which please do if you haven't. But
on to the new thing.
We want to just share a little bit about our Patreon network, which we plug lightly every week. But in case you're wondering what we do over on our Patreon, we have Topic Tuesdays, we have Birthday Club, we have chances for you to enter to be a guest on
Tish
our
was on last
podcast.
week.
Yes.
Will this week on Free Gossip Girls Pod. We do that with both of the shows.
Yep.
On the first of the month, we put this Google Doc that comes out. You submit, and we pick a winner, and it's so much fun.
It is a lot of fun, and we have 2 tiers, and you get to join us live.
We're live tonight. The girls are in the chat.
You can watch us if that's your thing, or you can also join us in Discord, which is like the best group chat ever, and you can watch live as we watch the episodes, so we can chat as we watch along. We do group hangs, we do movie nights.
Discord is probably one of the best things that ever happened to our network.
I think so. I think that people really love Discord, and that's for the Upper East Siders tier. So just wanted to give a rundown of our Patreon. We're super proud of it. Everybody who's over there who supports us runs the show.
Yeah.
You essentially are the producers, and
because every penny that we make on Patreon, it goes right back into our network. I mean, you've heard this before, but when I tell you, it literally does.
Yeah.
We run because of our patrons. So if that interests you and you want to be a part of the family and you want to join our family chat, we have a thread. The Discord chat is a family text message. Not that like that's fun all the time, but you can turn off the notifications if you don't want.
You can. All right. And we tell where it's going 24/7.
24/7, 7 days a week. We have lots of people that are in different time zones. So it's always going. Someone's always chatting, which we love.
So shout out to all of our
Yeah.
buddies. You guys are the best.
Yeah, you guys are.
All right, let's give
Yeah.
you a look into next game's playbook.
113.
That's
Ooh.
right. It's called Little Girl, I Want to Marry You.
Oh, girl. What's with these titles? Are so long. Little girl, I want to marry you. Oh no.
So I'm going to give you the 4 words.
I have a lot of things.
I'll give
Okay.
you the 4 words. We have destiny, report, campaign, and candor. Jess's light prediction, I think the lawsuit is going to mess up the potential college coach for the potential job for coach. Excuse me as I stumble over my words. I want to know what you think about Smash and his ego and his storyline, because Kim, she said that it was quite triggering for her, this whole Smash's storyline in this episode because of these self-absorbed athletes. She feels Waverly's pain. Where are we going with that? Oh my God, there's so much.
Is that gunshots or
I don't think that's
no?
gunshots.
We don't know.
No, I think that was just like maybe shoveling because we had a big storm.
Yes. Still, like my parking lot's like an ice skating ring
Oh,
at
yeah.
this point. Yeah.
Yeah.
A destiny, report, campaign, candor. Candor. Maybe that's with coach.
Okay.
Like he's got to put on this like brave. Like it's not gonna. They're not gonna let it get to him. He's just gonna be. You know.
Yeah, I got what you're saying.
He's just gonna be.
You gotta face it.
Yes, I don't know the
And
word.
he'll handle it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Campaign. Maybe Lila is going to start a campaign to do some funds for Jason. Then I think that's going to lead to Jason being like, let's get married, Lila. You're so supportive of me.
Okay.
It's our destiny to be together, but really and truly reality, the destiny is not to be together. I'm
Right.
just spitballing here, people.
Yeah.
Report. Someone has a report. But then it's like maybe this has to do something like someone's writing a report up on coach and the school. Report card. Maybe someone's doing very badly in school. Someone's doing very well in school.
Mhm.
Maybe I would love to see another Tim and Landry pair up with, but then again, I think he got together. I'm just scrambling now.
Yeah.
All right, light predictions. Smash and Waverly though. I think in next week's episode, we're going to find out that Smash is on the steroids from a report. On him.
Okay.
Some sort of drug test, and it's going to be reported
Nice.
on his file.
Okay.
Destiny's still like resonating like Lila and
Alright.
Jason with me.
Good.
Yeah, that's all I got for now.
Okay.
I love these predictions though.
What do you think about Henry?
Oh, do I think Henry is gone? He might as well be. Let go, dude. You don't want to be here. You didn't even fight Matt on it. You're like, well,
He was better in this episode.
He was, but he's on his. Matt's like, you can tell on your face like you don't want to be here. It's like he doesn't have to be a car salesman. He could do He could do other things. He could be a recruiter. He can do something.
The jobs are
Another hard time. They're slim.
Yeah.
I want to say he's probably going. He's not going to stick around. Maybe he'll eventually come back and visit, but I have a feeling like that's probably the end. We're not going to get Matt's dad again. Maybe down the line we'll get Matt's mom, but maybe not Matt's dad anymore.
Okay. All right, you did a good job.
Okay, thank you.
Very good job. I have, as always, a Will's football poetry corner. The Blind Side.
Yes.
The blind side is the QB's weak spot. If he is right-handed, it is the left side. If he is left-handed, it's the right side.
Makes sense.
When his back is turned, the defense tries to shake him down for whatever he has. Jason's family is trying to blindside Coach Taylor with a lawsuit, but they also blindside Jason.
Oh, beautiful. Wonderful analogy. Oh,
my page froze. Let's start that again. But they also blindside Jason in the process. I was like, that's not the end of it. I remember reading it. Julie is blindsided by Smash's impromptu double date, leaving Smash exposed to some embarrassment when his blind spot is revealed. He can't hack it intellectually with Waverly.
Yes, well, beautiful.
When I read this the first time,
wrap that up in like a little shiny box.
So good.
So good.
Apologize for the freezing of the page there.
Well,
every week will come through.
Excellent.
Every single week. All of you come through every week. All of our patrons, our Bettys, they submit the questions and the comments, and we keep this conversation flowing, and we just love you so much.
So much.
You guys, I mean, who would we be talking to? Each other, I guess.
I guess so.
Which would be good, but kind of boring.
Yeah.
Not really, but you know.
Yeah, we want to hear from you. We love
That's
all of
it.
our listeners. We want you to reach out if you have any questions, if you have any comments. You can email us talkintextforever@gmail.com. It's in the description for the episode. And if you want to join us on Patreon, it's also in the description for the episode. So you can just go there.
And if you're enjoying on Apple Podcasts and you haven't yet,
If you want to rate it,
please tap 5 stars
and
review and enjoy on any other podcast listening
we're
platform.
everywhere. Literally everywhere.
Everywhere you can escape
You
it.
can't escape
Even
us.
if you tried. That is all for this week for What to Do While You're Waiting. We'll be back next week for episode 13. Oh, cannot wait.
Little girl, want to marry you?
Little girl, I wanna marry
What does that
you.
mean, guys?
What does that
We'll
mean?
find out.
Bye.
Proposal.
Ooh, nice.
Oh.
I hate when dry freezes.
Oh, I know.
I'm like, that's not the end of things.
Thank you, y'all.
Thank you.
For being in the chat. Hope you liked our setup. I'm like opposite when I'm seeing our setup. Estella, Vic, and Will.
Thank you all for joining us.
Yeah.
We
Thank you,
appreciate
everyone.
all of you.
We love you. We'll be back
Next week.
but not Discord. So send your questions early.
We're talking Texas.
We're talking Texas forever.
That's
But 3
right.
Gossip Girls will be in the Discord on Thursday, February 10th.
Yeah.
Bye. Love you guys. Bye. That's fine.